everybody. So today I have my Bought It, Forgot It. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Drea. Let me explain what this is. This is something I've been doing for well over a year, every single month, where I will take a bunch of kind of forgotten things from my collection and I put them in this little, it's not a bucket, this little box next to where I do my makeup all the time, and then I'll just start using them throughout the month. That way I can figure out, is this actually great? Does it suck? Do I need to declutter it? Is this now a holy grail? I've actually found quite a few holy grails by doing this, and I just think it's a really good way to rotate and use my collection and not forget about things. So the good news is for you guys that I get to bring you reviews, and then you get to figure out if it's something you would like to purchase. So that's what I am doing today, and I will talk to you about everything in my, what was this? What month are we in now? In my February box, and then I'll let you know what I'm using for the month of March. Very quickly, I'm getting my hair done in 2 days. This is looking kind of raggedy. It needs to get done. We're gonna go blonder. That's what we're doing. I'm very excited about it. So yeah, ignore the, it's reminding me of like a mangy lion. Do you know what I mean? Like not even like a nice, full, like healthily fed lion, like just kind of like a mangy, sad lion. Right before this, I sneezed so hard, I literally thought my lashes were gonna pop off. Okay, so here is the box of what I was using in the last month. Let's start with this. These are my Makeup Geek shadows. You guys, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna do it this time. I'm going to carry this over into next month. I just felt like I really didn't get enough chance to use these. I don't know if it's because the month of February was kind of like a shorter month or what, or I was just being lazy, but I didn't use these very often. And I realized, number one of my Makeup Geek shadows is in another palette somewhere. Actually, two of them are, because they're both mattes, and so is this one. And then literally every other shade in here is like some form of satin, or all these two rows here are the duochrome ones. So I think that's why I didn't really play with it too much, because I had no mattes to work with. So I need to go grab those, put them in here, and then just also, you know, just work with it a little bit more. I will say this though, do you see the purple in my eyes today? That is this one here, which is in the shade Phantom, which is one of the duochromes, and I'm loving it, you guys. I put it over a base, and you need a base under the duochromes. In the outer corner, I have this dark green, and it just didn't show up, but I've used this before over a black base, and it's gorgeous. This is Secret Garden. So it just reminded me I really need to wear a base underneath these, but once I did with the purple, it just popped so much, and I'm really loving the way that looks. So I mean, I just need to get more use out of these, so I'm gonna carry it over one more month for you. Next thing were the City Color Be Matte blushes. This one is in the shade Dragon Fruit. It's what I'm wearing today. And then this one is Fresh Melon. I really didn't like this one as much as I like Dragon Fruit. This one, Fresh Melon, is just, I don't know, a little too light for me. Just a little too light, where it just isn't showing up on my skin. It's not that I have dark skin, I just have an olive undertone. So, you know, these kind of shades don't really work that well, but this is what I'm wearing today, and it is still, I don't want to say light. I mean, it shows up, but it's not like a babam, like super pigmented blush. These are so silky, and they do blend pretty well. There's a heavy swatch of that one. They do blend pretty well, which I'm very happy with, and they actually last a really long time. So I would say if you have never tried those before, they are worth the money. They're fairly cheap. I can't remember how much I paid for them. I know I got them on sale, but City Color in general is a very affordable brand. Let's talk about these two e.l.f. powders. So this one is the high definition under eye setting powder, and then this one is just the high definition powder. If you watched my e.l.f. try on haul recently, they have repackaged these. I got another one called Soft Luminance. I think it's Luminance, and it's got a little bit of a color and a sheen to it, so it's slightly different formula than this, but they have repackaged this in case you're wondering. I believe it's still the same. So this is a translucent powder that makes a huge mess every time I open it. This was perfectly fine for a translucent powder, you guys. It was, you know, it kept me fairly matte throughout the day. It set my makeup well. I can see myself using this up over time. It's a good product. It's a good value. This high definition under eye setting powder, I have two thoughts about it. First thought is, it sets my eye really nicely. You can't bake with it because the packaging is just too tiny. But as like a setting powder, it sets really nicely. I didn't experience any creasing at all throughout the day. I actually took the sifter completely out of mine because I was just having way too much trouble getting enough on my brush. So now I just kind of dip my brush right into it. My second thought on this is, you know, everybody says e.l.f. is really affordable, right? It is. But even though this little jar is $3, still, look how much product you're getting for $3. Like, really? I think in the long run, it's not really as good a value as a lot of other e.l.f. products. So I do think it is a nice setting powder for under your eye. But you know, there are a lot of good ones out there, and I don't think you're like saving a ton of money by going in this direction, but it's a good product. Next thing is this Jelly Pong Pong Glow Getter Luminizer Gel. Cute little name, but I don't like this product. So this is, it's like a little nail polish. Like, that's what it looks like. And when I swatch it, it's really pretty. As a heavy swatch, it's really pretty. Blend it out, it's all right. It's just kind of a little bit of a sheen on your hand. It's not really like, it doesn't show up all that well. So it's not my favorite. And because I always have to use powders because I have super oily skin to like set my foundation, etc., these kind of cream highlighters just don't work well for me. Sometimes I try putting them on under my foundation. Sometimes I try to put it on over my foundation but under powder. Try putting it on over powder. It's like, it never quite works. So it's just one of those things that, you know, I don't need to purchase cream highlighters, period. I got this in some kind of probably Ipsy way back when, but this is actually going to be decluttered. Next thing, this Laura Mercier foundation primer. This, it's not the Radiance primer, it's just a plain old primer. And for me, this did really nothing. It just kind of matched its description. It didn't luminize, it didn't mattify, it didn't do like pore filling. The only thing it did was keep my makeup on through the day, which is good. But if you have any other concerns, there are way better products on the market than this. So this is going to be decluttered too. I just have too many primers. I can't even think about using one up that doesn't do for me, but I really, really need it to. Next thing is this lipstick from Guerlain. This was like a little mini one I got as a gift with purchase. It's got e.l.f. powder all over it. Super cute packaging. I appreciate that even in their little minis that they offer, they give you the same packaging that they do in the full size. It's so nice and pretty. So this is in the shade 325. It's the Kiss Kiss lipstick in the shade 325. In the tube, it looks bright red, but when you swatch it, it actually is a sheared out kind of coral red, and it's really pretty. I wore this in one video. I really liked the way it wore. It actually had kind of a lot of lasting power because even though it's a sheer kind of cream-based lipstick, it kind of melts down into your lips over time, and it just leaves a stain, as opposed to, you know, a lot of lipsticks that just disappear. So I really like that formula a lot. Working my way through my mascara backups, many of which are like little minis. So I had 3 in this month's box. This one is the Smashbox X-Rated mascara. There's 2 versions of this, and I think I have the other version too ready to go, but this is just the plain X-rated one. This is what the brush looks like. I thought I might like it because it's a very messy brush, and I find that messy brushes tend to give you a lot of volume, and this one just didn't do a lot of anything. So it didn't really volumize, it didn't separate. It definitely didn't separate. It's a little bit clumpy, and I didn't feel like I was getting a ton of length either, so that's just going to go. This one I was so surprised by, and in such a good way. This is the Clinique Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara. So this is what this one looks like. It's got this kind of very short plastic bristles, and it's very long. This gives you a lot of length and a lot of volume, and I really, really like it a lot. And I'm actually, this is going to be in my favorites, spoiler alert. So that is the next video I'm filming, so over there you go. And then this one is just kind of meh. This is the Touch in Sol StretchX Stretch Lash Effect Mascara. I didn't find it stretched anything. It was just like, you know, a little bit of length, separation, yes, no volume whatsoever. That's what the brush looks like there. I thought maybe this would be a good bottom lash mascara. It kind of would fit in nicely there. But honestly, I don't think I actually tried that now that I think about it. I should have done that for you guys. Sorry about that. But for me, I was just like so not impressed by it the first couple times I used it anyway. I just didn't want to continue using it. So that is everything from last month. Let me now show you what we'll be using in the next month. I just want to quickly say, I know a lot of you love this series and thank you so much. You leave me lots of comments telling me how this is one of your favorite series, and I do not want to get rid of it. But I do have to say, now that I've done my declutter of my collection and, you know, I'm mostly all the way through. I don't think all of them are posted yet, but, you know, most of it is filmed. I don't really have tons in my collection that I haven't used or that I've forgotten about and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of other videos that I kind of want to add to my channel. So I think from now on, instead of doing this every month, I'm thinking probably every 6 weeks is going to be a little bit better. Just that way I'm not stretching it to 2 months and you guys have to wait so long, but it still gives me more time to test these out. And like I said, I just don't have as much to do this with anymore. So that's what we're gonna do from now on. So for the month of March, like I said, carrying that over. And to go along with that, I have this. This is from Rimmel. It's the Scandalized eyeshadow stick in the shade Blamed Blue. You guys, this is absolutely so beautiful. Look at this. I just thought I should put this in here. Like I said, these all need a base and I can experiment with some of the duochromes over this, and maybe that green that I showed you is gonna be so good. I need to take this off because this actually stains. So that eyeshadow is so pretty and I never use it because it's just like, it's bright blue. Like who does that? Not me. This one is the Lingerie Depot BB Booster. So what I thought was kind of sad when I was looking at this is it has an expiry date of 9 months. You know how they have the little thing on here that shows you how long it's good for once it's opened? I've definitely had this for more than 9 months. Now it doesn't smell bad or anything, but I'm pretty sure that means the SPF in it is like not effective anymore, but the actual product should be fine. This for me, I can't wear in the summer. It's just my skin is way too oily for it. So since we're still kind of going into spring and cooler weather, I really need to get some use out of this. And honestly, I don't even remember like how much I like it. I remember thinking it was good, but it wasn't ever a favorite of mine. So I'll give you guys a review on that. This powder here, the NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder, I don't even recall ever using this. There's not a lot of color to it at all, really, but we'll see next month. When I was doing my primer declutter, I had this little mini from Smashbox in it. This is the Photo Finish Blemish Control with Salicylic Acid Acne Treatment Primer. I always thought this was a green primer because it's in a green little container. It's not. It's like a clear primer. So there you go. I was like so shocked when I did that. I was thinking, okay, I never used it because I thought it was green. Now that I know it's not, I really need to at least try it out. So we'll do that. I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I think I remember liking this, but again, we'll see. I have this eyeliner from Star Looks. This cap does not want to stay on. This is in the shade Ultra Hunter. It's really pretty. It's like this green glitter liner, and I really want to use that some and just play around with color a little bit. Also kind of to go with that liner and the Rimmel, this one here, this palette. I did use this in the summer when I first got it quite a bit, and it's not my favorite. I remember the formula not being like amazing, but again, I need to try this out some more. I need to experiment with black bases underneath, white bases underneath, because I know I didn't with this palette do that. So we need to do that. And then I also have this blush palette from Makeup Revolution. My mother-in-law gave this to me for my birthday, and I just haven't had the chance to really, or haven't made the time really to use this. But I do remember swatching these and thinking they were quite lovely. It's got these two, not really highlights. I guess this one could be a highlight, but they're kind of more like blush toppers, I would say. So almost all the way through my mascara backup drawer. I've got two for this month. I've got this one from Clinique. This is the Lash Power Flutter to Full Mascara. So that's just a little sample in there. And then I have this one, which I purchased definitely over a year ago, and I've never opened, obviously none of these I've opened because they would be dried out, but I don't know why, I just never had the inclination to use it. So this is the Avon Big and False Lash. Anything that has false lash in its name for mascara, I'm like on board with. So let's just see what the brush looks like since I'm gonna be using it now. Oh, okay. That's promising to me. That's a big fat lash brush. And let's just take a look at the Clinique one too. So with the Clinique one, it's got two sides. It doesn't say what each side does. It says you can customize it, but it doesn't tell me which side does what. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into that. But that's what that looks like. And then very last thing from Urban Decay, this is the Subversion Lash Primer. So I have been using lash primers a lot lately. Oh, wow, this is a much smaller brush than I anticipated. So that's what that looks like there. So this is to go on before your mascara to give you extra length. So that is it for everything from last month, for the next month. I hope that you guys found this, I don't know, interesting, I guess. If you want to play along, that's always a lot of fun. In the comments below, you can let us know what you're going to be using over the next 6 weeks, and then come back in the month after that and give us a review on it. That's always a lot of fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd love to see you around in my future videos. And that's it for today. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you're feeling great about yourself today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.